Hello, on this first episode of Path of Questions. Yes, this is the very first episode that we're actually doing a show about mystery that's either not explained, unsolved, and I don't know, weird stuff. People that have disappeared, UFOs, maybe serial killers if we want to talk about it. Either or, but yes, welcome to the first episode of Path of Questions. Today we're actually going to talk about a place called Brown Mountain Lights. Some people may have heard of it, some may not have. So if you haven't, well, you're in the right place. We're going to be talking about the Brown Mountain Lights. Now, I will note, I've actually gathered some information from some articles. The link will be in the description below. All credit goes to the people that wrote the articles there. My friend here, Matt.
Hello?
He has his own opinions about the Brown Mountain Lights. He's a skeptic. I'm 50-50 on this matter. But yeah, let's get started. So what I've found here, so the Brown Mountain Lights are a series of ghost lights reported sporadically for many years near Brown Mountain in North Carolina. The lights have been seen at several locations, about 60 to 70 miles northeast of Asheville in Brooke County. The Brown Mountain Light is located in the Pisgah National Forest. Some of the earliest reports of ghost lights came from Cherokee and Kawaba, these are Indian names, settlers and Civil War soldiers. Thousands have witnessed the spectacle, which is ongoing to this day, and is still going on. The lights have been investigated 3 times by the United States government, and countless times by pirate groups, and often studied by students at Appalachian University. You can look for the lights at several easy-to-find viewing points in the Linville Gorge area of the mountains of North Carolina. The lights are most often reported as small, star-like dots of light of the brightness comparable to stars. The motion of the lights has varied by reports, from slow movements to almost firework-type actions. Okay, and there was actually an episode about it, an X-Files episode in 1999 about the lights. So, we have theories of what these could be. The first one is passing locomotive.
You mean the cars and the... Yes, and what it is people go out in the middle of the night with ATVs and stuff and just go around the woods. Or it's the car, and it's actually an optical illusion. The road's over here. The car, or you're seeing the lights here, it's the way they're going up and down the mountain. Okay,
but is there really a roadway to those mountains?
I mean, I would have to look up a map, but even if they're far away, if it's bouncing off trees and stuff, it may not even be directly there. It may be bouncing off a bunch of trees and other stuff, and people are just seeing lights.
Okay, well, then there's Foxfire. This is what it looks like.
Yeah, and see, that's more of the realistic. See,
yeah, the realistic.
This is what I've also heard that during when you mentioned the Cherokees and there was a battle, but then there's no evidence the battle ever took place. It's just a story. It's just people pushing folklore.
Phosphorescent light related to fungus and decaying wood. Now, I could see maybe insects that can, use lights, but animals, I'm not sure.
animal.
Unless it's the reflection of their lights. Of the light, like of their
you
eyes.
mean
Their
like
eyes,
their
I
eye?
mean,
Oh,
yeah.
well, you mean like an owl?
Yeah, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Burning marsh grasses.
That goes more with the brush fires and stuff, where people see little fires off of it. See, what you're thinking about, what most people are thinking about with Brown Mountain Lights, is the plane like this. It's straight.
Okay.
You have the mountain in the background, right? If there's a fire on the background and it's dark and you can't see the mountain, you're just going to see the little ball of light with the fire. Let's say this is Brown Mountain, right? And let's say it's dark outside, right?
Very dark.
And there is a fire right here, right? You're not going to be able to see any of this. You're only going to be able to see the fire.
Yeah,
so
okay.
what people, and it's the same thing with with these. If you have an insect, right? You have a swarm of them all around here, right? You're seeing the swarm. The cars is a different thing. So let's say there's a road off here, right? You can't see the road because the mountain's blocking
Because it's dark.
But you know what you get to see?
The lights of the cars.
Right. People don't know what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And they go. It's the same thing with a storm. You see a storm, right?
Well, there's also light, like warm,
Look.
warm lightning.
Yeah, but you're not going to be able. You may not be able to see the mountain if it's too far up or too far away or too far close. Because if it's up like this and it's before the mountain, it's not going to light the mountain up. It's just going to light up that one area. But if it's too far away for you,
Well, I mean, people would be able to tell what a lightning is.
yes. But what about ball lightning?
Okay, well, there's that.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's heat lightning. I mean,
Mm-hmm. Oh, Matthew,
Then-
you're so smart.
then there's
Wow.
moon dogs, moonlight shining on haze. Okay.
Yeah.
Electrical charge from sharp objects during a thunderstorm.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly. I mean, if a lightning were to strike at a certain object, then I can see that. And then there's obviously the most famous question: UFOs.
I mean,
Unknown
you know
flying
what
object.
else can be technically UFOs? Insects. If you don't know what the insect is and it's flying.
The insects are this small, man.
But if it's blowing up into, there's a whole swarm of them, you see a large blue orb. That's technically, or a trash bag reflecting light off. That's been considered a UFO before. If you see a bunch of those,
Mm-hmm.
that would look like a UFO. Ball lightning.
Well,
looks like
I mean,
a UFO.
it's on the ground. The UFOs are up in the sky.
No,
But then again, are there beings in outer space that are coming and visiting Brown Mountain Lights? Who knows?
you're telling me there are aliens coming down from space, going to Brown Mountain, not to New York, not to where people can see them, but to Brown Mountain, just floating around for a couple of hours looking at the mountain, and then going back up to space?
Maybe they're just having a campfire.
I mean...
Maybe they're like,
But
hey,
then
we don't want humans to see us.
But then that also goes back to the fire theory. Because if the UFOs...
What if aliens could cause fire?
Yeah, I know. I'm being funny. I was being funny with your idea.
Then again, there's also the legends and the lore of the place.
The folklore, which people are spreading around.
Yeah, there's the Croaky maidens with lanterns, which is a ghost theory, searching the forests for their fallen lovers and husbands. The souls of the long-suffering Belinda and her child, allegedly murdered by her husband, Jim, who was in love with Susie. The light created when a mountain gal carries a torch for her loved one. The spirit of a royal servant in search of his master. Or are they a returning Revolutionary War hero searching for his family? I'm pretty sure there was a lot of historical stuff that happened there which could connect with spirits in that regard.
It could be local folklore to get more tourists in.
Well, yeah, I mean, like this article says, it's legend, lore, and more.
Mm-hmm.